Shut up and sit down.
Namaskar, friends. I'm Simon.
I'm Ellie.
And if you enjoy our videos, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell thing. That would be very kind of you. And it's a cold morning here in New York, but we had some big news that the trailer for KGF Chapter 2 was launching today. Now, it's been a full 2 years. The teaser trailer for KGF Chapter 1 was the first ever Indian content that we ever checked out. We were just intrigued by the hundreds of millions of views that it had at the time. It was kind of going viral, and it really led us on this incredible journey of learning about Indian movie industries, about Indian culture, even Indian food. It's been an incredible 2 years. So firstly, thank you, all of you, for watching and for the support. And just last night, we watched KGF Chapter 1. So we're very, very familiar very recently with the journey of Rocky Bai since 1951 and his journey to fulfill his mother's dying wish of becoming a very, very wealthy man. We left him at the end of KGF Chapter 1 after just slicing off Garuda's head. The army of Garuda was surrounding him. He's got the army of slaves who he had just freed from the Kolar goldfields. And what a cliffhanger ending. So for the last 2 years, the world has been waiting to see what comes next for Rocky. And this trailer just might tell us. So we are going to go ahead right now and dive into the brand new, freshly released trailer for KGF Chapter 2. If you want to see what we think about it, then stick around until the end and we will tell you. But for now,
let's go.
Let's go!
KGF ನಲ್ಲಿ ಗರುಡನ್ ಸಾಯಿಸಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮುಂದೇನಾಯ್ತು?
Exactly.
ನೀವು ಓದ್ತೀರಾ?
That's what we've all been waiting years for.
ರಕ್ತದಿಂದ ಬರೆದಿರೋ ಕತೆ ಇದು. ಶಾಯಿಯಿಂದ ಮುಂದುವರ್ಸೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಮುಂದುವರ್ಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಕ್ತನೇ ಕೇಳುತ್ತೆ.
Oh yes.
There will be no more tolerance. ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರನೂ ಪಡೆಗಳಿವೆ. ಉಸ್ಕೆ ಮಾರೆಂಗೆ.
ಕತ್ತಿ ಬೀಸಿ ರಕ್ತ ಹರಿಸಿ ಯುದ್ಧ ಮಾಡೋದು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಲ್ಲ, ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ. ಹೆಣಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಉಪಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಬೇಕಿದ್ರೆ ರಣಹದ್ದುಗಳನ್ನ ಕೇಳೋ.
He is the biggest criminal. He is the biggest businessman. This is the biggest national issue.
Violence, violence, violence. I don't like it.
Yes, you
I
do.
avoid. But violence likes me.
Oh my
I
goodness.
can't avoid.
And it's a Mustang.
मैं तुम्हारा सब कुछ छीन लूंगी.
ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡೋರ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನನ್ನ KGF ಪಡೆಯೋಕೆ.
ನನಗೆ ಯಾರ ದೋಸ್ತಿನೂ ಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ನನ್ನ ದುಶ್ಮನಿ ಯಾವನು ತಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಆಫರ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸರ್ ಸೂನ್.
ಈ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಬಂಗಾರನೆಲ್ಲ ನಿನಗೆ ತಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಮ್ಮ.
ಸರಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಈಗ ನೀನು ಮಲ್ಕೋ. ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಎದ್ದು ಹೋಗಿ ತರುವಂತೆ.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That trailer has been a long time coming, and did it deliver or what? What did you think of the trailer?
It's kind of blown my mind.
Yes.
My first and biggest question is, who is the Viking guy?
The guy with the sword, yeah. played by Sanjay Dutt, who is an acting superstar from India, one of the biggest names in older action movies. Doesn't he look like a massive badass?
So scary.
Yes.
I'm wondering though, I mean, with him having a sword and looking like a Viking with all that armor, is that going to be in present day, or is that going to be a flashback to some kind of historic, like how the Kolar goldfields were founded or something?
Oh, maybe there is, because it's certainly the first part moved through time back and forth a lot. I think he is just someone who likes to carry a sword in the present day. I think we're going to see that character face off
Who
against
does
Rocky.
that remind me of?
I mean, come on. but yeah, I mean, so much to love. And in the first movie, Rocky, you kind of see him rise to the pinnacle of facing off against Garuda and winning that fight, but then it's all going to escalate from then. Like the Prime Minister is ready to call in the army to go hunt him down, and you see a lot of that here. And it really feels like Rocky is just surrounded by enemies on every side, and yet he has that swag. Like, he just doesn't care. And like in the first movie, you saw 20 people with machine guns come into a nightclub, and he's just sat there casually while bullets are ripping past his head. This kind of just feels to me like that on a bigger scale. And that was actually what I loved about it, was he's this strong character, but he's extremely compassionate as well. You saw the way he cared about the lady with the bun in the road, and then the way when he witnesses a mother and child being gunned down in the goldfields, there's like a heartfelt compassion to him as well. But there's also this weird confidence that he just doesn't seem to care. And it's that saying from the first movie that if you feel strong because 1,000 people are following you, then you may win one battle. But if 1,000 people feel strong because you're leading them, then you'll take over the world. And this looks like Rocky taking over the world. Oh my goodness.
And I really liked it in chapter 1, where they followed step by step his progress from him being a child. He hit that policeman that was kind of terrorizing people. And then the progression where he gradually kind of scaled up his targets until he was attacking the Dons, and then kind of the bosses of them. But you got the flashes of him being a Don himself, and then him being one of the big crime bosses, but we didn't see how he got there. And that's what I'm looking forward to with this as well, is finding out how he takes that next step, what that looks like, because we could tell that he's got a lot of men kind of following him, as we've said. Like, are they some of the slaves? Maybe that would happen, or maybe he just kind of adopts the mobs that came with the Dons that he took down. But that's what I'm really looking forward to, is finding out those little flashes that we saw. How does he get there? And then what comes after? Because clearly he has to take over the world. So what comes after that?
Yeah, really. It just, everything is just poised to escalate. And what you said reminded me of another quote from the first movie where someone describes Rocky as a gangster. And the response is, no, to be a gangster, you have to have a gang with you. If you're doing this all on your own, you're not a gangster, you're a monster. And oh my goodness, Rocky just becomes this monster. And also when the kids are saying, oh, I know this guy, he's the one from all the movies. And the other one says, you mean the hero? And he says, no, the villain. And Rocky walks that fine line between being a hero but being such a tough guy that he appears to these kids as a villain as well.
And again, when he first arrived at the Kolar Goldfields and he killed all of those guards, and that guy's dying words were just one guy. And they take that back, and that's all he said. It was just one guy, and they're like, I know who that is. Because he's just legendary for being just one guy, but he gets so much done.
Yeah, because Rocky's not a person. Rocky is a brand. We see that in the first movie as well. Oh my goodness, as you can tell, we are really, really excited. And we only have a couple of weeks to wait. We're going to see this movie in a movie theater here in New York. Thankfully, it's playing here with English subtitles for us because we don't speak great Kannada yet. But we are so excited to see this one.
I think one of the interesting things we learned from seeing RRR in the theaters is it seems like Indian movies are built around having that intermission in the middle, which they don't have when they're showing it over here. So we watched the entire 3 hours without a break, which was fine because I was so invested. That time passed so quickly. But one thing that occurred to me is if that is kind of part of Indian cinema and movies are kind of styled around having that intermission, it sounds like they are designed to have that mood change during the intermission. So it's going to be interesting to see if we have that similar mood change and if we notice it when we're watching it in the theatre this time.
Yeah, is there going to be an intermission in the middle of KGF Chapter 2? And if so, do we need to tell the projectionist over here to just hit the pause button, dude?
Yeah, I need a bathroom.
Yeah, I need a bathroom and a hot dog. So anyway, well, hey, thank you so much for watching our video. Thanks to the thousands of people who told us that this trailer was coming out. It's clearly you guys are as excited as we are, and we will be back very, very soon. We got some other great stuff coming for you this week, so subscribe if you want to see more from us, and we will see you then, friends, on the next Nerd Safari.
Peace out, nerds.
Shut up and sit down.